what were some of the biggest obstacles from an institutional perspective? Like, where did you find resistance within your organizations to drive this kind of change so quickly?
I think the biggest obstacle that we faced was that there had been for a long time at Harvey Mudd the following kind of meme. We're a merit-based institution, and the only reason we don't have a lot of women or people of color is they're not interested in what we do. And so when we started talking about having more women and more people of color, everyone's going like, but that would mean lowering standards. That's why in our strategic vision, the statement was unsurpassed excellence and diversity at all levels. So in 2010, so I arrived in 2006, in 2010, we had the first year ever where more of the incoming students were female than male. It was 51.5% female. The year before, it had been 42% female, which was the largest we'd ever seen before. And that jump from 42 to almost 52% was too much for our community to swallow. We actually hadn't accepted a higher percentage of women than we had in the past. We had been accepting roughly 50-50, but we finally got the same yield for women as we got for men. And so what happened to that incoming class of students? They heard from, I'm embarrassed to say, other students and some faculty, you only got in because you were a girl. You don't really belong. So, I mean, we know that if you tell a bunch of students that, you know, they're lesser because they're female or black or whatever, they will perform less well. And that first class we had that was more than 50% female had a terrible first year. We had straight A students with perfect SAT scores that were dropping courses because they really just felt they couldn't learn the material. And I'm happy to say that within 5 years, more than 90% of the female students graduated. So we did manage to turn it around, but it was horrible. So for a number of years after that, so now we're in 2017, we were very careful to come in at under 50% female because we just felt like we can't do that to our students. But this year we came in at 52% female and nobody's saying that. So it's just, you know, as my board chair says all the time, change is hard. And so, I mean, it's just so interesting to me that we have this class that's more than 50% female and nobody's saying any of that.